Hi dilly ho! Welcome back to another episode of Top 10 Toons, where we count down the top 10 cartoons of a variety of subjects involving all your favorite cartoons. New, old, it doesn't matter. Cartoon intros are awesome! Whether it's because of the catchy tunes that we can't get enough of, or the amazing animation is oftentimes better than the actual cartoon. The openings to some of our favorite cartoons will stay with us for the rest of our lives, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 best. There are a ton of cartoon intros to choose from, but only 10 can make it onto the list. We will be focusing on the entire intro as a whole, and not just add openings to the list because of the theme songs, as great as they may be. We'll save the best theme songs for another list. Even though the songs will play a big role in the list, the spot will also be determined by the animation quality and the impact that the intro has had. We will be excluding intros that are comprised of scenes from the show. We are looking for fully animated intros. Unfortunately, as always, animes will not be on this list, with one exception. There are way too many anime intros for me to research, and my knowledge of animes is very limited. Almost all animes have such amazing intros that they will take up the entire list. So instead, we will only add in English dubbed anime intros. That way we can keep a good mixture of both Western and Eastern cartoons in the mix. The rules are set, and so now, let the countdown begin. Number 10. No other cartoon has had such an iconic opening as The Simpsons does. This is easily the most recognizable intro to any animated series ever, and with good reason. That intro not only introduces us to the main characters of the show, but it also adds in tons of side characters as well. We see a bit of the personalities of the characters portrayed in the intro, from Bart's rebellious streak to Lisa's overachieving nature. But of course, the coup de grace is the finale of the intro, where every episode has a different couch gag. This makes it so that every time you see the intro, you get a new experience. Others have tried to copy this tactic, but no other cartoon has succeeded. The Simpsons couch gag will forever be a classic, just like their intro. Number 9. Now this is what I'm talking about. No other cartoon series has done the Blue Bomber better justice than the original, and the intro is no exception. Even if you don't know who Mega Man is, this intro shows us the basic information any newcomer needs. From the intro alone, you can determine that Mega Man is a robot who can copy the abilities of other robots to defeat them and their evil master. And that is just the start of this amazing opening. Whether it's just a scene of Mega Man being built, or the city under attack, this intro is chock full of high-speed action. We get to see many of the robot masters that we have come to know from the game in action. Before we could only imagine the destruction these robots cause, but now we can see it in glorious anime quality. The song pumps you up so much and makes you want to cheer on the heroes as they combat the enemies. Its adrenaline pumping beat alongside the never-ending action makes this one of the most hype-filled intros on the list. Perfect to get you into the mood for some action-packed fun. Number 8. Transformers is one of the most famous 80s cartoons, and although it was before my time, I cannot help but be blown away by its cinematic opening, especially for Season 2. As short as it may be, the intro is just amazing to watch. The way that the camera is always in motion makes it feel like you're a part of the action taking place, and the music is iconic. The robotic tones and voice perfectly matches the tone of the show. The battle between the Autobots and the Decepticons slowly builds up to a final confrontation between their two leaders. The intro alone will make anyone want to continue watching to see more of the action, and that is exactly what an intro should do. Number 7.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony.
From the minds that brought you other classic intros like Animaniacs and Freakazoid, it was a difficult choice to choose only one from the trio, but I had to go with Tiny Toons. I chose this one over the other two because of how colorful and energetic it is. While Animaniacs and Freakazoid both did a good job with their intros, this opening is just chock full of cartoon goodness. The expressions and motions of the character make this intro emanate cartoon energy more than any other intro has before. The theme song does an amazing job explaining the show, characters, and plot all in a fun, catchy song that will stick with viewers forever. It's not an easy feat to have such a complex song like this be as catchy as it is. All the colorful cartoons and scenery just adds to the liveliness. The intro is just cartoon goodness incarnate. There's no other way to explain it. Just watching this intro will get anyone excited for the show.
It's Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now our song is done.
Number 6. Now this is one cartoon intro that doesn't get the amount of attention it deserves, and the cartoon has become a lost relic in animation. Hardly anyone remembers the show now, and it's a shame, especially with the intro as good as this. Beetlejuice is well known for his zany horror and insane visuals, and this intro perfectly portrays it in animated form. Watching this opening is like taking a roller coaster trip into insanity. Everything flashes so quickly that your brain has hardly any time to comprehend what it's witnessing before the intro moves on to the next wacky thing. The intro takes many elements from the movie, but also adds in its own blend of crazy creatures. The song perfectly complements the visuals. The fast-paced, high-pitched music sounds both ghostly and wild at the same time. The song just keeps building up and really makes it feel like you're in another world. By the time it's over, you feel pleasantly exhausted as you can finally breathe a sigh of relief and take a moment to appreciate just how crazy all that was. The intro is both cartoony and spooky in a child-friendly way. It is as perfect as a Beetlejuice cartoon opening can possibly be. Number 5. The 80s had some of the best cartoon intros that were oftentimes much better quality than the actual cartoon, and this is one of those cases. The high-speed action of the intro shows off all the heroes all while the amazing theme song plays. The intro promises tons of intense action as we see the characters run through hordes of enemies. The intro just makes the characters look invincible. No one can defeat the Thundercats. Seeing all the characters in action gives viewers a sense of hype. And even if the actual show doesn't move as great as the intro does, we didn't care. After that adrenaline-pumping intro, all we can think of now is how insanely awesome the characters are. How could you not after seeing all of them in action? Even the villains of the show get their chance to be in the spotlight and show off their power. Two great forces colliding for the fate of the world? Count me in! Number 4.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. This intro is so great that I'm sure everyone will agree that it is one of the best openings to any cartoon ever. No doubt. Just like with Thundercats, this is another intro that has more, better action than the actual show. The intro shows off the heroes in the show while explaining each of their strengths and their mission. We learn about each turtle's personality and the villain of the show all through an unbelievably great song. The theme song is one of the best theme songs ever made and adds even more to this already incredible opening. Even if you're not a fan of the Turtles, you can agree that this intro will make you want to watch the show. The fast action and catchy tune will always be in our mind. This is just an amazing intro and is without a doubt one of the best openings to any show ever, whether animated or not.
Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Number 3.
Mysteries abound, made of a deep energy.
Dragon Ball Z has had some great intros in its many years, but none more incredible than the one from the remastered series, Dragon Ball Z Kai. Dragon Ball Z Kai was made to make the original series look better with all new graphics. and the new look is no better shown than in the opening of the show. We can see iconic moments from the series we have come to know and love, all in high definition. The colors and shading of the intro brings new life to the show and makes the action that takes place all the more awesome. The fast-paced action and incredible effects make the characters look more powerful than ever before. Accompanying the amazing visuals is a song that grows in intensity as the intro goes on. Unlike the original English dub Dragon Ball Z, this song is the same as the Japanese intro but sung in English rather than having a completely different song. It's a great rendition that feels even better than the Japanese version, but that's just personal preference. What I'm sure all of us can agree on is this is one heck of an intro to one hell of an amazing anime. Number 2. Without a doubt, this intro to the X-Men animated series is the most adrenaline-pumped intro of them all. The intro shows off all of its heroes in action while testosterone-filled music blasts, making the already heart-pounding action all the more stunning. One by one, we are introduced to all of the main X-Men while showing off their powers in non-stop action. The music may not have any lyrics to sing along to, but what the song lacks in vocals, it makes up for with its catchy tune that makes you want to get up out of your seat and join in on all the action. It keeps building up as it climaxes to the moment when both sides of the mutant war face off. There is never a dull moment in this intro. It is perfect to get anyone pumped up for the show. It's cartoon action at its finest. Number 1.
I wanna be the very best.
From the moment you see the legendary Pokemon flying across the screen, and you see Ash standing in the spotlight looking up at his destiny, you know you're in for something amazing. The original Pokemon opening has become one of the most famous cartoon intros of all time, and for good reason. It is incredible. We watch as dozens of Pokemon are shown off as Ash goes on his journey, making you really feel like you're in a Pokemon world. The basic idea of how the world works and our hero's mission is all explained by the amazing song that is one of the best theme songs of all time. Listening to it is just inspiring. It makes you want to try to catch all 151 Pokemon. A perfect song if you consider it was made to promote the line of video games. Its catchiness is renowned, and Pokemon fans everywhere can all recite the song by memory, even after almost 20 years. This show brought forth a new fad that was everywhere in the late 90s and is still around today. With a legacy like that, you know that the intro had to be top notch, and it did not disappoint. It does everything a cartoon intro should. It introduces the plot of the show, the characters, and it hypes the viewers for the show, all while advertising a catchphrase that will market the game to everyone watching. Without a doubt, it is the perfect intro. And there you have it, the top 10 cartoon intros. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you think any other intro should have made it onto the list, be sure to leave a comment below and let others know about all the amazing intros that didn't make it onto the list. Also, be sure to leave any suggestions for future episodes. But for now, it's time for... Last episode, we asked you to vote for your favorite boy genius, Jimmy Neutron or Dexter. Now for the results. The winner is...
I may be small, but I've got a big brain!
It's Dexter time!
Dexter Boy Genius.
That's weird.
See, I told you!
Now for the next Toon Tally. Monsters Unleashed. Which mons do you like best? Digimon Digital Monsters or Pokemon Pocket Monsters? Vote by clicking the link in the description below. Every vote counts, so be sure to vote now and come back next episode to see which monsters mastered this match. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like the show, be sure to like the episode. And if you're new here, why not subscribe to watch the next episode as soon as it goes live? Also, be sure to leave a suggestion for next episode's list. Top 10 Saddest Toon Moments. What are some of the saddest moments in animation history that you can think of? Leave your suggestion below and come back next time to see if your suggestion made it onto the list. Thanks again, and see you all next time.
It's time for Animaniacs!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles! a pineapple under the sea.
Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo!
Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear, looking for fun, chasing some honeybees. If there's something weird and it don't look good, who you gonna call? That's right,